Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. And let's get started. I added all the words he couldn't spell into his computer's dictionary. This was back in the 90s, way before the internet was a normal thing to have in an office. Computers within offices were not networked, and we transferred files on 5 1/4 floppy disks. After one particularly crapful day, my nasty boss fired me. I was happy to go, but as I was packing up my stuff, I added all the words I knew he couldn't spell into the dictionary on his computer. It didn't affect any of the other computers. I was highly gratified to see at least 4 spelling mistakes in my termination letter. I also stuffed the prawn heads left over from lunch into the hubcaps of his car and taped down the button on his desk phone so that even if he answered it, it kept ringing. It's been 25 years, and I still giggle about it sometimes. And our second story. The time I fooled a woman into thinking I quit. It's about 4:55 p.m., and I'd been scheduled for a 9:30 to 5 p.m. shift. My management is lenient with it. If the replacement cashier is here and it's quiet, you can leave no more than 5 minutes early, but I never do since it technically reduces how much you're paid. At around 4:58, I'm prepping to leave and chatting with my other cashier. We're in the slowest department in the store, so I can afford to take a few minutes. Cue crazy woman, CW. CW, hi, I have a return. Me, sure, can I just see the receipt real quick? Oh, I forgot it at home. Now this is okay. Since you paid via card or have a rewards account, we can look you up for a return. Oh, that's okay. Do you have a rewards account with us? Yes, my number is XXXXXX. Great, I'll just scan the item and look up the receipt. The order doesn't appear. The order didn't show up. Did you use a different phone number? Yes, try YYYYY or ZZZZZZZ. Neither of these worked. None of those 2 numbers worked either. When did you buy the product? I bought it for my nephew's birthday in 2011. Well, unfortunately, we have a 30-day return policy, so even if I were to try to force it through, I would need some form of proof of purchase, which is purged from the system 6 months after purchase. CW, raised voice, attracting the attention of my coworker. You mean to tell me that I can't return this? Unfortunately, the computer won't allow me. Can she do it? Pointing at my coworker. No, not even the district manager can do it. I can provide a phone number you can call to see. Well, maybe you're both just too stupid to work here. I look at my coworker and, unseen by the customer, I wink and give a smirk. I turn back to face the customer. You're right. I should leave. Coworker, please tell manager I quit, would you? I proceed to take off my name tag and place it in the drawer, clock out, and walk out. I text my coworker later, and she tells me that the woman was speechless and apologized for the insults before leaving. Why do they expect you to be able to take something back after 5 years? And our second story. Lady calls 911 because I won't give her a discount. I work at a dry cleaner / laundromat. This lady comes in and hands me her tickets to pick up her dry cleaning. She had more than the average bear's worth of dry cleaning spread out over a few tickets. I add up her total twice and check to make sure it matches her receipt. Okay, your total is $82. She looks at me flabbergasted for a second. No, it's not. The guy told me that it was $72. I'll double check the math. I added everything up again and said, no, I'm sorry, this is $82, see? No, you're wrong. Why would he tell me that it was $72? He must have been giving me a discount. He might have misspoke or miscalculated, but he wrote right here on your ticket, $82. Well, you need to get him on the phone. I need to talk to your manager. I'm sorry, that man is not the manager. My manager doesn't actually work at the store. I'm in charge for the day. Well, I'm going to need his number. She was huffing and puffing at this point, and I was also getting shaky. My boss had given me a no-nonsense policy and tells me to ask customers to leave and not come back when they get indignant. She also doesn't want me calling her for any reason. She's not a very good manager. I'm sorry, to be honest with you, I don't know the other employee's number, and I can't give you my manager's cell phone number. Well then, call her. Get her on the phone right now. I'm sorry, I can't call her in the middle of the day. She's at work right now. I'm the manager right now. This argument repeats until she gets the picture. I'm not paying any more than what the man told me. $70 is all you can have. That's fine. If you want to pick up a few things, we can hold on to the rest until you can pay for them. Are you effing kidding me? You're going to be stealing my clothes from me? I can take them if I want to. Well, we've already provided you a service. I'm not going to give them back until you pay for them. Pro tip, using big words like this makes people mad. In retrospect, I was being condescending. At this point, she goes over to her clothes and starts tearing them out of the bags. She's throwing the bags all over the floor, huffing and mumbling and tearing her clothes off the hangers. These look like crap. I'm not paying for these. I'm sorry. I'd be happy to redo them for you. It'll be ready to pick up in 2 days. I need them this weekend. No, you can't redo them, but I'm not paying full price. I'm sorry. The total is still $82. I was not giving in. Who the F do you think you are? She screamed. I then make the worst mistake of my life. I chuckle. Not to be condescending, but because I'm really uncomfortable. Even after 5 years in retail, I am in awe every time someone yells at me like this. I'm a humanist, and I'm still constantly in shock that people can be so aggressive and hateful. I'm naive. Whatever. Anyway, I chuckle and nervous is lady gonna kill me laugh, and she loses it. This is not a effing joke. I am not playing with you right now. My husband is going to kill me when I get home if I spend 80 effing dollars on these clothes. Do you understand that? He's already mad at me, and he's mad with you for taking so long to get his clothes done. You do not want him to come here. I do not want to bother him with this crap. He's already mad at me. Ma'am, please stop cursing. There are kids in here. There were. I'm not cursing at you. If I was cussing at you, I'd be calling you a skanky fat bleat bee. I'm not calling you any of those things, am I? All right, I've hit my limit. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You can't do that. I'm going to call 911. Okay. I was really confused. She took out her cell phone and called 911. Hello, I'm at this dry cleaner, and I'm having a domestic dispute. We need an officer right away. Yes, thank you. I look around for a bit, trying to wrap my brain around what's happening, and said, okay, well, I'm going to get some work done while we wait for the police. I picked up all the trash and hangers she threw all over the floor. In retrospect, I should have left them as evidence she was being crazy. I guess she might have said I threw it at her. The police station's right up the road, so it wasn't a long wait. Oh, she called in late for work while she watched me pick up her mess. The officer came in, and he was super polite and calm. She recounted her story, which was mostly true, if a little biased. Me not giving her a discount, me not calling the manager. She also added that I owed her for the money she was missing by not being at work on time. She did say that I told her she had to leave after she called 911 because I was trying to hide the evidence. LOL, what? I then said that wasn't true, that she called the police after I asked her to leave. The officer looked a little confused and asked me what happened. He turned back to the lady and said, okay, what can this city police department do for you today? She said, well, officer, if I'm not happy with the service, I need a discount. He turned to the lady and said, you know, I don't want to discourage you from calling 911 when you need to. You should call if you're in danger, or in the case of criminal activity. But this is a dispute that the police department can't settle for you. Why don't you come back on another day to pick up your clothes? Yes, sir, officer. That's a good idea. I agree, he said. I'm going to need you to step outside with me so that I can get your information, just in case you need me again. And she left. He took her info outside, and she got in her car and presumably drove to work. She came back the next day and paid $82 for her dry cleaning. I felt really bad for her. And our last story. Do not talk to my associates like that. Our store, which is in the land of soaps, lotions, and candles, has a semi-annual sale. This sale has made us crazy busy, and our back room is pretty much empty. Last week, I was closing with 3 associates and desperately trying to make our store look full. I had my 2 experienced employees pulling stock from our offsite and our back room, while my 1 new seasonal employee helped me on the floor. After making sure floor associate was good at register, I went to the front to greet people and start a list of product that we needed to rearrange or fill. We only had 3 customers. One was an older woman shopping by herself. The other two were a couple, older man and woman. Woman was shopping. Man was standing there with a look that some men get in our store. We have tons of stuff on different tables, but occasionally it gets switched around. We honor it if it accidentally gets put on a lesser price table. Single woman walks up to my floor associate to ring up. After a couple of minutes, I hear her yelling at my associate and immediately walk back. My FA is standing there shaking and has tears going down her face. This woman is yelling at her that the candle needs to be a lower price and that she's incompetent at her job. I walk up to FA and tell her to go to the back room to sit down for a few minutes. She wordlessly walks back while trying not to cry. SW. This candle here! Me. I'm sorry, ma'am. It's difficult to understand you when you're yelling. Could you please repeat that? SW. That little bee rang up. This is the wrong price! Me. Excuse me? SW. No, ma'am. Excuse me. Do not speak that way about my associates. I'll do whatever the F. Me, now uncharacteristically being forceful and talking over her. Nope. I'm sorry, but no. You don't speak that way to my associates. You don't speak that way to me. I'm sorry, but you need to leave. You will no longer be purchasing this candle. Here's our corporate number. You're welcome to call them, and I've listed my name here. How dare you? I want that little bee's name too. I'm not releasing her name, but I'm giving you mine. I'll be calling my store manager and my district manager to let them know the situation. SW calls me all sorts of things and walks out. Other couple approaches the counter and the woman says, I'd like your corporate number too. That woman acted atrociously toward that young lady, and I don't want that sweet girl to get in trouble. I thank them and immediately add a coupon onto their transaction for making me feel better. The woman also gives me her number to give to my manager. I can't get over how the first woman acted. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff go down as a manager, but never anything quite like a woman verbally attacking my associate. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.